Yeah, what's good, Carl Even? I'm your guide Q, and welcome to some more bad two-sentence horror stories. Today I'm gonna be looking at the subreddit itself, and looking at, some new posts, some random posts, but also some of, the best posts to see what at least they think is a high-quality two-sentence horror story. We gotta compare these stories against something. People are complimenting me about the diamond jewelries I'm wearing. They have no idea that all of them came from the ashes of my victims. Bro, I thought that this was just a normal diamond jewelries wearing person, but it turns out it's a murder person. Oh no. On the first day of the tragic milk spilling incident, the dog whimpered and laid beside his owner's limp body. By the fifth day, the milk was all cleaned up off the cold, refrigerated floor, and the cat licked its lips as it started scraping away at both of their remains. What, what is going on? I like the concept of a tragic milk spilling accident. I get it. That's terrifying. But how did the dog die? How did the owner die? Is the cat at fault? What happened? "Here's your toy gun," said Santa Claus. But it wasn't Santa. It was the devil, and it was a real gun, and he shoots the children. Wait, does the devil shoot the children? Does the recipient of the weapon shoot the children? I'm lost. He'd been wrongly incarcerated for 27 years until the Innocence Project took up his cause and found evidence that exonerated him. He stepped outside the prison gate, took his first breath as a free man in almost 30 years, and was instantly paralyzed from the neck down by a runaway car. Dude, this is just a scene from an episode of Seinfeld. I'm not sure if anybody knows the one I'm talking about, but a guy's like, "This is the first day of the rest of my life," and then he gets hit by a car. This is not scary. It's just unfortunate. How did this get 5.4K upvotes, bro? I was in my car late. I can't even read these without laughing. I want to try and take them seriously and try to make them as scary as I can. So let's restart that. "I was in my car late at night when it broke down due to lack of gas. I hadn't eaten dinner yet, so I ate the first person who came to help." This is one of the top posts of today in the two-sentence horror stories subreddit. I was actually worried that I wasn't going to be able to find good content because the moderation team likes to delete a lot of posts before they even make it to the new page, but it seems like the popular posts are also terrible, so this is just a goldmine of content. "Timmy let a spider bit him in order to become like Spider-Man. Little did he know Spider-Man was fiction, and he just poisoned himself." Okay, this one feels like satire. I don't know, but I love it. "The family enjoys their milk at the table. Little do they know it was harvested from my creature." Does your creature happen to be a cow? Or is it just a creature that creates an accurate recreation of cow milk? Because then it's not a big deal. You just have a cool milk creating creature that's not scary. "You know the stories of bells with string attached so that people in the coffin could warn you that they were still alive? Well, I work at a graveyard, and every bell is ringing." This would be a creepy concept, if it wasn't already done in the movie The Nun. People are just straight up ripping off other shit, all the time. "Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart," I grunted with disdain as I threw the last bit of their flesh in the blender to break it down enough to be flushed. What does this second sentence have to do with Valentine's Day? It almost seems like you were just trying to loop in Valentine's Day. You did not need that first sentence. What? My wife said, "Whatever you do, just don't fall asleep." But my eyelids were getting so heavy. What could go wrong with a 5-minute nap, right? The airbags deployed. Okay, I wanted to include this one because I thought it was actually pretty good. But it only got 17 upvotes. Nobody on this subreddit has any taste, I punished my racist daughter for saying the N-word all the time. I mean, if she wants to make her future husband happy, she has to stop saying no. What? Oh my god, I am literally stunned into silence by too large an amount of these stories. It is just, I'm reaching a breaking point. No one but me has ever been able to see or hear my special friend. I'm so proud of the soundproofing job I did in my basement. Actually, I also think that this one is pretty good. I want to include a couple good ones just to prove it can be done. The genie told me I could have dinner with any 5 people from history, living or dead. So I chose Abraham Lincoln, John Dillinger, the Zodiac Killer, Marilyn Monroe, and my dear departed grandfather. I said you could choose 5 people, he said. Oh my god, you guys, Abraham Lincoln is the fucking Zodiac Killer! After several months without rain, the farmer was delighted when he awakened to the sound of a downpour. It was when he walked outside to check on his crops and noticed the black droplets of water falling onto his skin that he realized it wasn't normal rain. It was scary rain! It hasn't stopped snowing. It has been 3 long years and the entire Earth is still snowing, and we don't know why or what to do. Like, okay, as far as, like, mysterious things are concerned, I much prefer the Teeth Man. Like, we don't know much about him. I am much less interested in unexplained meteorological events. Like, it's not doing it for me. My mom said she threw away all the thing on my desk in my workshop because it is too messy. I watched in horror as the garbage truck drove away with all the sample of potentially dangerous microorganisms. Okay, I feel like the importance of wording and the words that you use is just so much more important in two-sentence horror, because this is a scary idea, but when you say potentially dangerous microorganisms, like, just even reading that in my head, I am already unscared. I'm usually very attentive and overprotective of my son when we go out for our daily walks. I don't know why I didn't notice sooner that the hand I was holding was no longer attached to a body. Like, what happened to make this happen? Like, are you that bad of a parent that you just didn't notice your son getting struck by a city bus as you were walking down the street? Like, what gives? Also, I just wanted to ask, if you guys find any of these stories scary, let me know, because obviously horror is subjective and everybody's got different taste. The year is 2054. All forms of currency and transactions are stored in a digital wallet that is scanned through facial recognition. As I entered the dark alleyway, 2 men threatened me with guns and handed me a carving knife. This is a robbery. Okay, are they planning to, like, let you live after you carve off your own face? Because I'm pretty sure if you, like, show up to whoever owns these digital wallets, you can just be like, oh yeah, I'm the faceless guy. I don't have a face now. If you see anybody trying to use my wallet with, like, my face, I don't have one anymore. So please just, cancel my card. I hold his handsome face in my hands, afraid that if I let go, he'll fall apart. If he had only listened when I told him that playing with chainsaws was dangerous. So, like, the twist is kinda, I don't know, it's not the best, but I do like the visual of somebody trying to, like, physically hold together someone whose body is just, like, waiting to fall apart. That's scary to me. I told him not to go into the silly room, but he wouldn't listen. Let's just say we won't be hearing from David anytime soon. Okay, this is why I need your guys' opinions on what is and what isn't scary, because for some reason the idea of the silly room just terrifies me. I hate the silly room. I do not want to think about it. As the final bell rang, I heard a group of kids talking about hanging out after school. The next morning, I was horrified to see police around the school, investigating the disappearance of a student. Tyler out. Oh my god! No! I saw her, the immigrant woman responded when I asked if she'd seen my missing younger sister. My delight turned to horror when she handed me a bag of meat and said, I saw her, I cook her, I eat her. Like, what the fuck? This is like, I thought this was gonna be like some pun, like, oh yeah, I'm on the seafood diet. I see food, I eat it, or something like that. Why does this woman have to be an immigrant? That's such a random detail. Why is she handing you a bag of meat? Like, does she think you're just gonna be nothing makes sense anymore. She told me that she is in love with her boss, and we are over. I gently hum my favorite tune as I lightly step into her boss's skin. Just a tip for all writers out there, the whole, like, humming a tune while you do something creepy really only works in, like, an audio or visual audio format where you can, like, hear the creepy tune. I feel like it's much less scary if you're explaining to us that a tune was hummed while you were stepping into boss's skin. It's just, is your girlfriend really gonna think that she's, like, that you're her boss because you're wearing his skin suit? It's the same thing as the face wallets. It just, there's no logic here. Hey, if you like videos of people making fun of things that are supposed to be spooky, I did a live stream recently trying to find the scariest videos on YouTube, and a lot of them were just painfully bad. It was a great time. I'll leave a link to it in the pinned comment and the description and all that good stuff. Card in the top right corner of your screen. Yeah, check it out if you're interested. I would also like to give a major shout out to Hannah, Matthew Kendall, Kate Land, Beth the Dork, Ashton Jacobson, June, Bobby Brain, Alicia, Kennedy DeSilva's, Tay P, Hyper Ninja Child, Jared D, Regrettable Stitches, Allison B, Kaya Bay, Brittany, and Catco, as well as everyone else you see on your screen for being top tier channel members. Thank you guys so much. Big thank you and welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. The last 2-sentence horror stories I made actually, like, gained me subscribers, and that's the first time that has happened in, like, a ridiculous amount of months. So, big appreciation, and, yeah, I hope you guys are all doing super well, skating on to the best of your abilities, and drinking a sufficient amount of water, and I'll see you super soon. Peace out, Cub Scouts.